I'm Samantha Salmon, certified integrative nutrition coach and brain health licensed trainer. And I am actually pre-recording this video because I had some tech issues trying to live stream these clips that I want to show you that Google will not allow me to show guys, right? But I'm going to slip it in here and see if it works. But if you haven't heard, the Thrive Through Food Summit is ready for registration. This summit I've been working on over the past, oh my gosh, few months since the summer. And it's really looking at nutrition's role in mental health. We have a ton of great speakers. We have Dr. Baxter Montgomery, Dr. Toomey Johnson, Thomas Tadlock, author of Miracle Metabolism, Karen Ramsey, who has written books about nutritional interventions for autism and ADD for children. This whole summit is focused on nutrition's role in mental health. We talk about anxiety, depression, bipolar, all of the things, right? And we have some amazing, amazing speakers. I'm going to showcase 3 speakers, just some clips today that Google wants to censor. And I would love to hear your thoughts. Like, why would Google want to censor this information? This information is so important because we have to nourish our brains. This is how we maintain a quality of life in the now and in the future as we age. The dates of the summit. So the summit launches October 30th. And it runs all the way through November 1st. Each day you get to watch all the videos for 48 hours. Some of the speakers, I'm going to be live with them beforehand on this YouTube channel. So you'll get to ask them questions live. During the summit, all of the interviews are pre-recorded. We do have a couple of bonus live Q&A sessions with a few of the speakers. For those who purchase the summit, it's all access pass holders. They get that more intimate setting with the speakers to ask their specific questions. Okay, so let's get into the clips. First, I want to show you this clip from Lachey Thompson, who has an awesome personal testimony. What even got you thinking about nutrition? Because typically when folks are going through anxiety, they're not thinking about nutrition as a solution at all.
So I had some level of awareness about the connection between the gut health and mental health only through passing by information over the years, coming across certain influencers that was in this space or educators in this space, like Dr. Sabi, Dr. Robert Morse, and they're more so on like the alkaline, raw side of things, or just the raw vegan side of things, or the fruit-based side of things. It's information that I was somewhat familiar with due to health issues that I was already experiencing, like endometriosis, and I had high blood pressure, and I had like severe back pain all the time. I was overweight. So I didn't have the most faith in traditional medicine because I knew it was just about pharmaceuticals or surgery. And I already had surgery at that point for my endometriosis, and it didn't provide the relief that I was hoping for.
Now I want to show you this clip from Dr. Aris Latham. Like, his interview really influenced me the most. Basically checking me like, yo, why are you staying stuck on high raw? Like, you need to be raw. Get off the cooked starches. And he breaks it down in this video and he comes at it quite hard. So take a look at this.
Grains, beans, and roots. For the most part, starch, complex carbohydrates. So I think we got to talk to the bankers too, because they're part of this situation. Because those foods bring a high profit margin. So it only takes about 5 cents, a nickel worth of corn, to make a $5 box of cornflakes. So profit and greed has a role to do with this as well. Look at how they've designed this meal they call the breakfast. It's cereals. It's starch. The breakfast meal is centered around starch, cereal, bread, grapes, you name it, grains, roots, all of these things with fat, with protein, and usually some form of animal protein, eggs and bacon and these kinds of things. in our breakfast. Number one, that's totally obscene. The word breakfast, it's not even a breakfast, it's break fast.
Wasn't that fire? Like, oh my goodness, you are going to be so inspired by this summit. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. We have so many amazing talks on this summit. Finally, this last clip I want to show you is by Dr. Bonnie Kaplan. Just a quick clip to surmise, why this summit really needs to be out there in community. I know mental health advocates and health and wellness practitioners are going to be tuning in. I really want the folks to just take this information and bring it to the people, take it on the ground. Like, if you are running any kind of mental health support programming in your community, this is a great resource for you to showcase how folks are getting results utilizing nutrition for their mental well-being, and also the big role that it plays, right? Because we're covering all of the other things in our programming, but nutrition seems to be one of those topics that folks just don't want to touch. Some folks in community don't really see why it's important to even go there. And this summit is basically answering that question. It is foundational. It is critical to our mental health. So take a look at this clip from Dr. Bonnie Kaplan.
We need to teach people why they should care. We need to teach them that every single bite of food that we put into our mouths is an opportunity to feed our brains or not. And it's more true of our brains than any other organ, because our brains are the most metabolically active. Our brains are just trying to suck up those nutrients. And if we're not giving them to our brains, then what can we expect?
All right, so make sure you go to thrivethroughfoodsummit.com and register for the summit. You want to register first, then when the summit goes live, you'll get the links to watch, right? It's completely virtual. It's online. You get to watch it from the comfort of your own home, but you have to register in advance in order to see the summit. So make sure you register today. Don't put it off because you're going to forget. So just register today, okay? And I can't wait to see you on day one. We start actually with Dr. Baxter Montgomery's talk about cardiovascular health, which is foundational, right? Without a working cardiovascular system, you cannot have a healthy brain. So please, please, please join us. Watch it with your friends and your family members. Make it a family affair. We need healthy brains to have healthy relationships, to have healthy communication within our families. This is so important. So I would love to hear your thoughts after each day summit. And actually day one, we're going to be right back here live with Granetta Coleman of Rooted Dish, who is speaking on day one. And we're going to be going live on YouTube that night to just kind of recap the day and share thoughts from day one before we head into the fireball. That's day two. And then day three is basically Nutrition Church. Like, you are not going to want to miss this summit. All right. So I can't wait to see you inside. And thank you so much for watching this video. Sorry I couldn't be live, but it's a premiere. So I'm in the chat. So get in the chat. Talk to me. I can't wait to engage with you. All right. Take care.